Hello my loves. Right, today I have some goodies to show you. I've had a PR package from Lecente. So I'm going to quickly show you some of their new foils because you guys loved them. You absolutely went bonkers for them last time. They are live now on the website and you can use code Sarah10. Some of them are clear, like a clear background like this one. Absolutely gorgeous. They go on like a dream. And floral quilts, some of them like this have a very solid design and they are full coverage. I have just used their clear foil gel, no colour underneath. Look at that. Seriously goes on like a dream. So we've got spring flowers, which is another one that has the little gaps in between it. So you could use a corresponding colour, but personally, like when you see them, they pop. They look like they're hand painted. Like, fake it, honey, just fake it. I love them. They sent me so many, I couldn't come up with a design for all of them. So I wanted to show you, this is another full coverage. I wanted to show you everything and then pick a couple of key pieces to do a design with. So yes, another full coverage. Forget Me Not is very pretty. They're all really pretty. And what I've chosen is actually, I've chosen none of the floral ones this time. So I wanted to do something different, and you know how good these are. I've done lives on TikTok, I've done lots of videos. You know the quality of these foils and how stickable they are. So I just wanted to sort of let you know there's more. Look at that, so clever. I can't draw flowers that well. I mean, I'm learning. I've done some courses with Gemma Lambert. This is stunning. These iridescent flakes are insane. This is Lavender Love and they are so beautiful. Look, that's just on a clear base, so you could put that over colours obviously. So beautiful. And then they've got these like powders that are, this is Blue Faith, and again I just put that on a clear and it's just like, oh, it's bonkers. Sometimes it looks like a neon laser light, like it when you put it under the lamp. These are the two I'm going to be using, the Miami Pink powder and it's the Blush Pink Iridescent Flakes. Oh, they're stunning. And I'm going to pair those with Portobello, which is a Lecente gel, and I'm actually not using a peel-off base coat. I'm going to do full nail prep. This nail prep I'm going to use my e-file for, but I do also do nail prep naturally and don't bother using an e-file. I do it either way. And if you have any trouble with things like nail prep lifting of product, or just like not very good adhesion, people losing nails, jump on my website. I've got a short course on advanced nail prep techniques without an e-file, so you can do it by hand. You don't have to be e-file trained or have an e-file to do it, and it's super helpful, it's super affordable. And the link will be in the description for that. So I've obviously dehydrated. I'm using Young Nails Protein Bond because it acts like a primer, but it's not acid or anything like that. And it works with everything. It's like a universal bonder. So I've applied my Pro Stiletto tips. They're from my website again. They're super easy to use. They've got no well, they're well-less. And I'm going to cut them down to make a nice tight coffin. And this is why I love them, because it just makes it so easy. Just whip off the end. Bob's your uncle and Fanny's your aunt, as my mum would say. And then once I've trimmed them down to a nice coffin or ballerina nail, whichever you prefer, I'm going to just whiz over them with a file. Now I use gel to stick my tips on. I don't use glue because I get reaction to adhesives, so I can't use adhesives at all anymore. It's so weird. So all I've done now is just literally whiz over them with my file and put a clear layer down of acrylic. So there is a clear acrylic layer first. Then I'm going in with Portobello, which is a gel polish. I had someone comment and say I was trained that you can't encapsulate gel polish with anything at all. Obviously, different things, different information, I guess, different countries. But here's the thing, you're putting an art substance like a glitter or netting material, a decal, some art gel, some gel polish inside a nail, it's not your strength, it's not your structure, you're encapsulating it. If you were to try and build your strength with a gel polish, it wouldn't work. And you have to remember that gel is flexible and acrylic is not. So you can do a thin layer inside a nail, same as we put a thin layer on top of a nail, but you can't build structure out of it. But there is no reaction, there is no problem. I've been doing this for years, as have many, many thousands of other nail techs. So yeah, don't stress about it. It's good. It's all good. Once I've cured the gel, you must always cure gel. What you should not do, just a bit of advice here with gel polish, is do not put it in your monomer and use it to colour monomer and then put on a nail, because you are then putting uncured gel and leaving it uncured. And you're messing with the monomer. So if you want to colour your monomer, there are special drops that you can get for that. I think Young Nails actually sell them. There are special drops you can get for that. Look at those flakes. Aren't they absolutely stunning? So beautiful. So I'm going to let those flakes set now because I've applied them with clear acrylic. I don't want them to move. And I'm just quickly going to apply a small amount of this Portobello gel polish. They're super pigmented as well, you don't need a lot. And just feather it back a little bit, give that a cure in my lamp for 30 seconds. And I'm going to apply the Miami Pink powder on top. So again, this is all done very thin, this is just art. I'm using the Lecente P1 pigment brush because it just makes it super easy. You only need a tiny amount of this. It is gorgeous. Now, one thing I will say that I noticed is when I capped it later on with acrylic, I think I dislodged the powder. So in hindsight, it might have been better for me to pick up a clear bead, dip it in the powder, and then pop the powder on like that. So I'm going to try that in future, because there's always room to grow when you're trying a different product. This nail is going to be a full nail of Portobello with a full nail of the Miami powder on top as well, Miami Pink. Again, you don't need a lot of the gel because it is very pigmented. It is not structure though, it is art gel. You know, you're using it as an art, you're not using it as structure. Once it's cured, get your pigment brush and then just brush it in. Give it a buff, give it a brush, give it a buff, give it a brush. It's so pretty. Absolutely beautiful, this powder. Look at that. Oh, it's pearlescent, it's magic. So I will encapsulate that as well. And I think the difficulty here is I think I should have laid that powder down with an acrylic bead. I was just so excited, I automatically rubbed it into the gel polish. I think it would have held a little bit better if I had used a clear bead. Saying that though, it looks lovely now, but I just feel like I moved it, didn't I? Look, I moved it. Silly me. What an honour. Right, onto the pinky and another bit of Portobello there. Beautiful. There we go. Gorgeous. Into the lamp. And then some more of that beautiful powder. Rub it in. It's so easy to do this design, honestly. It's really effective as well. And I think anyone could do this. Again, I'm just doing a gentle cap layer just to protect it. I'm not building structure yet, so because I need to ombre. So I'm just literally just holding the powder where it is. So then on the pinky, we are going to apply those absolutely mind-boggling flakes again. Now they are very lightweight. Don't sneeze near the pot, all right? Just don't do it. But this pot is massive. It's going to last you so long. Like, I have some things that are not this colour, that are similar but not as colourful, but they're in tiny, tiny pots. And I find, like, because of the way they are, because so many gather on your brush, they just run out so quick. You have to keep rebuying them, whereas this pot is huge for the flakes. It's gorgeous. I actually think the full flake nails and the nail with the, well, you haven't seen it yet, I'll tell you at the end, but the full flake ones are definitely one of my favourites on this set. So this nude colour is Sugared Almond from Glitterbells. And I don't know if I picked the right colour. It kind of goes, but I think maybe I should have picked a slightly warmer tone colour. I don't know. But it's a beautiful powder to work with, so I really like it. And it's got awesome coverage as well. So I'm just going to ombre that down, very simple. Same on this one. So I bled the back of the brush. I pat out the back of that bead so we don't have a massive step. And then just gently ombre it down. And then I'm gonna, I think I use 3 beads, 3 smaller beads for this because I want a little bit more control. I can't remember. Oh no, maybe I do use 2. I don't know. Who knows? I did these days ago and now I'm voicing over, so. Who am I? What am I doing? All right, they're voiced over. I'm now going to encapsulate with clear acrylic. So I'll let you watch this because you know all about encapsulation. Remember the rule, if it ain't matte, it ain't capped.
My, oh my, my, oh my, a kiss and so I did. My, oh my, my, oh my, a kiss and so I did. A million people in the crowd, but I only see your face in all the lights. And as the bass keep pounding on me, baby, I really wanna make you mine. I don't really care.
Then, as if by magic, my nails are filed and shaped. Look at that. And I'm going to grab some of my crystals. This is my own brand. The brand is called Alina. And these are the crystal Moonlight. So they're clear, but when you turn them to the side, they shimmer blues and purples. They're stunning. They're a firm favourite with you guys. I'm also going to be using some crystals from the Spring Opal mix, which is another really popular mix. So I'll pop that out the way. Only need to decant a few. Look at them, they're so beautiful. Okie dokie, I'm also using the Pro Pickup tool. Where is it? There it is. Super duper tool. Comes in a case, it's fully protected and it's got replacement nibs, so you don't get a dusty nib. Nothing worse than a dusty nib, I'm telling you. Sorry, I've been up way too long. I've had too many coffees and I'm clearly just bonkers. Now, as I told you, I can't use adhesive, so I'm using a builder gel just to apply these crystals. And I'm going to just drag it round like a little cuff. Drag, drag, drag all the way around with my detailer brush. And then I should just add the crystals and cure them under the lamp. Now, if you love crystals on nails, but you just kind of like can't get your head around planning designs or how to best photograph or film crystals, and you just want inspiration and you feel like you need a little bit of training on the best way to get those crystals to stay and never fall off, I do have courses. There's a level 1 course which is available on my website, and although we do use an older crystal mix for that, but you can use anything really to do that mix, to do that course. I also have an updated level 2, which is slightly more advanced crystal use. So if you're really a beginner and you just know nothing about it and you really need help, then I would recommend the level 1. If you have used crystals and you understand the basics, but you just need some more help, some more inspiration, a little bit more training in how to mix up those shapes and do more complex things, then I recommend the level 2 for sure. That's the Spring Opal mix you can see there. And I'm going to get myself a nice beautiful pink opal from that mix and plop it down. Now, I don't know which way around you guys do this, but I'm doing a 3D flower. And sometimes I do it with the petals first and then the crystal. But this time I did it the other way around. And I can't decide if I like it more than the other way around or not. I don't know if it makes much difference, but I feel like it made the crystal look deeper embedded into the flower rather than sitting proud. I'm not sure if I like it that way. So yeah, I've obviously cured that into place, and now I haven't done 3D for so long, and let me tell you, I really struggled. I was like, couldn't get my head around it for some reason. One of my ambassadors, Naomi, she is like the queen of 3D. Her 3D work is phenomenal, and she just makes it look so easy. But for me, I was like, I haven't done it for so long. You know, when you need to brush up on something, you know how to do it, and then all of a sudden you can't. Your hand's not doing what your brain wants it to. It was a bit like that, but practice makes perfect. So I should just have to keep doing more of them, and then I will get it back again. It's difficult, isn't it, being a nail artist? We learn so many skills, and then you tend to just go with certain ones that are popular, or lots of people ask for the same thing, and all of a sudden you remember, I haven't done this for ages, I haven't done an ombre, or I haven't done a colour block, or I haven't done the 3D for ages, or hand painting, and you have to kind of retrain your brain again. But yeah, we got there in the end. I'll let you watch this little bit.
Bathing in the light that you share, you're like the sun. Who am I to think how it'd be if you were mine? I've been walking with my shades on for so long, I can't seem to get them back on. 'Cause ooh, how I fell in love, couldn't see it coming, blessed in my stereo. I can feel it coming, you on my radio. All I'm hearing is a song.
I'm then going to pop some little bits of the gel around the flower and apply some of the tiny SS3 green opals from the Spring Opal mix. Oh, I know what I needed to remind you guys of. The podcast. We've just done an episode of the podcast. If you haven't listened to it before, it's called The Nail Room. It's completely free. It's free advice. It's business advice. It's, you know, emotional, mental health advice, because we have quite stressful jobs, don't we? We wear many hats. And this week's episode was about building your business back after a lockdown. Or just, I mean, it would apply to anyone, really, who is trying to build their business, especially during a pandemic. There's lots of tips and tricks there. And it's actually me and Mr. B this time, because he has an exceedingly good marketing background. So he's full of information, most of it useless on a day-to-day basis, but every now and again he pulls out some bloody good stuff. So yeah, I thought I'd take him along. He was very good. I must admit, the mic quality, we had an issue with the mic and it's not the best, but the episode was so useful and so good, I didn't want to re-record it because it just wouldn't flow the same again. So you'll have to put up with him sounding a bit quieter than me. But in all honesty, the content is so useful, it's worth it, honestly. So yes, here I am applying more crystals, because it don't mean a thing if you ain't got that bling. So, you know, the more bling the better. And I did apply some of the little caviar beads afterwards as well. And now we're going to whack on some top coat. Look at that. Those flakes are insane. I love them. Beautiful. For the nails with the crystals on, it's best to go around them with a smaller brush so you don't flood them. Don't top coat over the top of your crystals, it's a crime, and the crystal police will come and get you. So I'll top coat the rest of these, and then we are going to be ready to reveal the set. And I believe I got some videos inside and outside, because I wanted you to see the crystals in natural light and how they sparkle. I've had lots of positive feedback. I'm very grateful for the feedback from everybody about how happy your customers are with the new clients. Oh my God. I love the feedback, let's start this again, from your clients on how happy they are with your new crystals. There we go. Wasn't that difficult, was it? So I'm thinking about lunch, that's what it is. So we'll tuck that in. See, I just use a detailer brush. I don't want to go over the flowers as well, because flowers, 3D flowers with top coat, they start looking like sticky lumps of plastic, don't they? And I mean, I'm not the best at 3D and I don't want them looking any worse than they already do. So I'll continue to go around that with a detailer brush, tucking it into all the little nooks and crannies, places where your hair might get caught. You know, a lot of us, we're working hard and our nails get battered. Sorry if you can hear my dog snoring. So you need to protect those crystals and just go around the very base of them, and it will seal them in. And then they won't come off, not until you remove them. Tucking it in there. Lovely job. And then I'll just use the brush for the tip there, just to even out the distribution of the gel so we don't end up with a bulbous tip. You guys know I don't like a bulbous tip. Nope, nope, nope. There, how pretty. I had to tip my jar. I'm running out of top coat again. Always running out of top coat, it feels like. There we are, tucking that in nicely, pulling it through. Oh, I've got a little flake there. Those buggers get everywhere. I had to get that out. Wonderful. And then we'll just, oh, the pinky is like, it's like the thumb, isn't it? It's the same as the thumb with the flakes. Oh, it's so beautiful. Just when those flakes shine through, it's hypnotic. Tipping that back up again, because, you know, we're running out of top coat. Running out of time. So beautiful. And that's that. It's time for the reveal. Check out all the links in the description box below, and I'll see you in the next one. Tally bye.